Thank you. Thank you. Good evening. My name is Amaya Marbles, and it is my profound honor to stand before you tonight as the executive president of the Black Fund. We are gathered here to talk about the future of the African diaspora. But to understand where we are going, I need to tell you where all this began. Because the Black Fund did not start in a boardroom, it started in the void. For a long time, my identity felt like a question mark. I navigated my early years as a first-generation student. I had the drive, I had the discipline, and I was pushing forward. But when you are a first-generation student from the diaspora, there's a very specific, quiet weight you carry. You're building a house without knowing where the foundation soil actually comes from. Like so many of us, I had no traceable roots. The Middle Passage and the erasure of our history solved that. I had no ancestral map to point to. I had nothing but a dream to follow, in a deep, unrelenting sense that I owed my community something greater than myself. I threw myself into the work, fighting for change, organizing, studying the earth and its systems. I thought if I just worked hard enough, that existential void would close. But reading about our history wasn't enough. It wasn't until my feet actually touched the continent that the abstract became real. A few years ago, my work took me to Yaoundé, Cameroon. I was on the ground in the Congo Basin doing field research on the environmental and human rights impacts of infrastructures. And standing there, witnessing the sheer resilience of the people, the complex socio-economic realities, and the undeniable living pulse of the land, something broke. Something broke open inside of me. I wasn't just a descendant of oblivion anymore. I was a daughter of the soil who had finally found her way back. In Cameroon, my purpose on this earth became crystal clear. I realized that my destiny was not just to be a scholar who studies the diaspora from a distance. My purpose was to build the bridge so that others could cross it. I realized that true connection to the motherland cannot simply be a privilege reserved for the wealthy. It is a political necessity. It is damn near our right. And from that realization, the Black Fund was born. I created this organization because I knew there were thousands of students and organizers out there who felt exactly like I did. Brilliant, dedicated people with untraceable roots and massive dreams. The Black Fund exists to ensure that your return to Africa is not just a fantasy. But we don't just hand out tickets. We demand excellence. We require you to study Black radical politics. We require you to prove your dedication by building task force right here in your own neighborhoods. Because to reclaim your roots globally, you must first tend to the soil locally. By operating on Garveyite economic principles, we are keeping Black wealth circulating within the Black community to fund our own liberation. We are turning our collective oblivion into our collective power. I stand before you not just as the executive president, but as someone who took the journey and was forever changed by it. The motherland is waiting for all of us. Let's get to work. Thank you.